Okay, you rejoin us in the incredibly long third session of my playthrough. I'm having to re-record this commentary because my dad ruined it. Again, this is post-commentary, but it's one-shot post-commentary. And my dad decided to be a dick, and I'm struggling with the chess piece puzzle again. But I've managed to repair things. And again, we haven't saved since the start of the sewers, and we're not going to save until right before Big Willie.
Alright, Sherry. On my way.
And I've died a few times at this point to Little Willie, and I nearly ran past the herb. I don't know why. We're going to be eating these because we're going to take a full-on slobber knocker to the jaw. You know, at this point I've done this sewer section, I think it's 3 or 4 times in a row. Every time it goes wrong, I dive back on the horse. But we get the puzzle. Then we run over to the door, and it looks like you take mandatory damage, but you don't. And I only have 3 flame rounds, so this is where things have gone horrendously wrong for me. But you saw that. You saw the dogs ruin my day. And, you know, there's not a lot you can do about that. When it goes wrong, kids, it goes wrong. In a pretty big way. Big Willie's having some slipes. He's missing, because we're on this weird lip. And I'm combining my grenades, and I don't want them equipped. In case he grabs me. And I don't think he's ever actually grabbed me. He always just seems to kill me outright. But we don't have a spare sub-weapon until we get to the platform. Okay, get ready to run past him. So if you had more flame rounds, this would go a lot smoother. I don't have flame rounds, so... Well, we only have 4 flame rounds. And Big Willie is about to let us know that. So straight away we have to eat our full heal. And I panic, and I throw my grenade at him because I don't know what to do. And he teaches us the meaning of pain. Again, this guy has made me redo this section quite a few times at this point. Wait for it to go out, Alex. There we go. So yeah, big lesson in this playthrough. Another grenade. I told you I was going to use them on Big Willie. We're down to acid now. We've got 19 acid rounds. We don't want to be using these. They're actually not as effective on this G as I thought they would be. And I bail out, otherwise I'm dead. And we're in bad shape. Yeah, we're on bad caution. Again, I've died several times to this. We nab a flashbang and a knife, which I try to swap for a grenade because I'm having a time. I grenade him, and he punches me straight in the fucking face. And luckily, I'd just eaten those herbs, so, you know. And if you had more flame rounds, you can kill him with 1 crane shot here. I don't. And we're now down to using our acid rounds, because what the fuck else are you going to do? Could try and precision shoot his eyeball. But yeah, the acid rounds don't seem to be doing anything to him, which is worrying. That isn't a hit, but it is a stun. And he fucks me up there. Did you see that? He went down, and I'm like, wait, what? Why did he go down? So I throw a flashbang at him, and then I miss with an acid round. And we hit him with the thing. I'm skipping it. I'm like, oh, thank God it's over. Oh. There's some bullets there. Pick up the bullets.
Sorry, Sherry. This is taking forever.
Nope. I'm going to run past the bullets because, as Claire just said, this is taking forever. I'm off par. I'm off pace. I'm on bad caution. And I've just had to use acid rounds on Big Willie. Why? Because God hates you. That's why. But we boopity boop. Look how long it took me to pause and skip. But we're off to Nest now, which is probably my... And I've got lost and confused. I need to turn around and walk behind me. Turn around and walk behind you, Alex. There we go. I've forgotten the way to Nest.
That's not far. Wait, that cable car.
But, yeah, wasting those flame rounds on the dog means I didn't have enough flame rounds for Big Willie, which means I had to waste acid rounds, which leaves me in a bad spot later on,
You're gonna be fine.
because then I have to use a flame round on Big Willie later when I've got more, which I actually need. We manage it, but it is tight.
Almost there.
And, you know, you've got me for, you know, nearly 50 minutes for this episode. This is the big one. This is the finale.
Cable car.
So, I'm with you all the way here, kids. Too slow pushing pause and skip.
Better check everything. There's no turning back.
Yeah, well, I was never going to stop. I do like these Resident Evil 2 classic skins. No, I think they're called 98 Classic or something. I quite like them. They are, I appreciate them. But here we are, bimbling along, a mandatory walking sequence. Because, you know,
I'm getting you treatment. Just hold on, Sherry.
Resident Evil 2 has become Gone Home, or Dear Esther. I'm trying to think of other walking simulators. Soma. Amnesia. The Machine for Pigs. I did a Let's Play of that. It was a good game. It was a walking simulator, but it was a good game. Good plot. Anyway, I'm looking at how weird photorealistic Sherry looks next to classic Claire. It's like where you play the modern Tomb Raiders and put the classic Tomb Raider skin on. But Sherry's got the world's worst case of pink eye over here. And we steal her wristband because she's a small, defenseless, and very sick child. I accidentally read a file. I'm looking for the flame round that's on the desk, and it's behind you, Alex. There we go. We get one flame round back. Could have used that a minute ago. And now I'm nervous. And this is me considering saving it, and I'm not going to. I'm committing at this point. Because we're in bad shape. We're on bad caution. I'm trying to think where the save is. And I'm thinking I could save here on bad caution, or I could dice with death. And I decided to dice with death. So over here there is a grenade. And we have to be very good at dodging. We failed to dodge, unfortunately. That guy takes a knife right through the sternum. That guy ignores me until I run past. And we're able to run past. But we just lost a knife we really need. That's going to be problematic later, because we need these grenades. We need to not have that grenade equipped, Alex. Alex, don't equip that grenade. Alex, don't do it. I have remembered to get my pistol out. Get a big gunpowder. No, we're not getting a big gunpowder. We're going to get that later. There's the knife. Equip the knife. At this point, I'm paranoid about using the grenade instead of the knife, because I need them grenades. I already wasted one on Big Willie. Luckily, this guy's on the left, so we can pop his head. But this room is very confusing for me, because it fills up again. And I'm not sure where they come from. There's going to be a guy in here later. We get a flame round. There's nothing in those lockers. But we get the electronic chip for the ID wristband. General staff. Not a fan of how they've done this, to be honest. But okay. It is what it is. You live and you learn. And I actually had an entire rip run doing this because I got lost in the shaft. Because I was like, after beating Big Willie, I went to the wrong exit. And did you know, if you go to the wrong exit when the countdown started, it just tells you, you cannot pass through here. Please proceed to emergency exit. And I was like, what? I was coming back from the Big G fight, coming to get Sherry, and I went the wrong way. I don't know why. Oh dear. Yeah, I went down that door. I went all the way down to that door and got there, and then the door doesn't open because it's the wrong door, and I was like, oh no. Rip run. I got my flammy rounds out. I haven't got enough though. All things considered. So here I'm actually looking to see if there's a heal here. There isn't, but there is a gunpowder, and I'm like, ah. And I thought, oh, maybe it'd be a first aid spray. And then I'm checking the map because I'm like, oh, maybe it's a first aid spray. It's not. And we've got 2 flame rounds and a fuckload of ivies, so guess how this is going to go, kids. But grab the gunpowder, white gunpowder, get more acid rounds. Very quickly get past this dude. Nab the flashbang, nab the flashbang. Get the dispersal cartridge. I'm trying to skip it and it's not skipping. And I'm getting really annoyed. You can skip the cutscene, but not the thing beeping. Now I've actually looked across to my computer and I've noticed that I'm on the wrong page and I need the passcodes for this. I've got them now. Just had to, scroll on the PDF. It makes more sense now I know that they are like inverted numbers, or if a number was there. So there's a red herb there and I'm like, oh, red herb, red herb. But there's some bad juju going down. So there's a large gunpowder, it's there, it's there, I can't see it, there, I've seen it. Mix it with the white. We've got 18 acid rounds, that's not good. We're going to come up shy. There's another grenade, that's good. It's good news. I'm doing a count on acid rounds in my head right now. I'm like, And then we start our, I guess, futuristic V-Jolt. Compared to how Jill had to make that shit. And I found with any walkthrough I've watched, everyone always says, is it blue, red, green, blue, red, green, blue, red, green? And that doesn't make sense to me, because I don't know what red and green are, so if you're wondering, the one in the middle and the one on the left look the same to me. So I would have rather people just said left, right, middle. They don't, so don't try and follow any walkthroughs, write it down yourself. That's what I ended up doing after I failed here for the first time. Right, so now we know the, I can't open the door for some reason. Thanks, Claire. But now we know the bad times are coming. And we set that guy on fire. Unfortunately, there's 2 there. But apparently you only need to hit them with 1 flame round. Which is weird, because did I not spend all of Claire B hitting them with 2 flame rounds? I'm pretty sure I did. But we get another 3 flame rounds here. We have to kill all of these zombies, otherwise they cause problems later. Luckily, we have just enough bullets. There's the herb I'm looking for. That was the herb on my route, by the way. And did you see what happened there? Did you see what happened? Wasn't enough of a heal. I'm going to set that liquor on fire and run past him. The fire will have killed him, I think. The zombie is here. And this time he dies. I think the fire killed that liquor. I've missed that liquor before, and then someone drops down and we pop him in the head. Is that right? Guy drops off the banister, right? And of course he lands on me. And I'm super happy because I knew that was coming, but it wasn't where I thought it was. It was further up. Now there's a zombie here. And she takes it. And I'm heartbroken because now we're out of pistol rounds. Yeah. I'm not doing well now. That is the one thing we didn't want to happen. So you can see I grab some standard pistol rounds because I don't know what else to do. And then I read the goddamn note that tells you to set the plants on fire. And isn't written particularly well. And then we throw that away because inventory is a premium. You can see me swapping to acid, which I don't want to do, by the way, but we also need the flame rounds. Don't forget, we need flame rounds in the final push when Sherry's opening the thing, because we're going to get attacked by the plant monsters. And now I'm trying to work out where there's a heal. Can you guess where there's a heal, kids? Because if you guessed in the boss fight, yep. We're going to heal, we're going to get hurt, and we're going to heal again. It's bad, but we make it through. It doesn't matter how you make it through. The only thing that matters is did you make it through? And we do. We Scooby-Dooby-Doo. So we're back at reception. And we're going around to get the Game Boy Color, the Wii U control pad nonsense, which is just there to take up an inventory slot. That's all it's there for. It's there to make you panic. And I know this dude is here, but I don't have my high gunpowder because we missed. Remember the shot? We missed that shot in the stairs earlier. And would you believe he's not dead and we're in trouble because there's a dude in the next room. He's not dead again. Yeah. No, just put the thing. We set it to muff. It's gone bad, kids. This is it's gone bad time. Press X. I'm trying to work out how to use the signal modulator. Press X, set it to muff, and then twiddle the sticks. Like it's Resident Evil 6. There we go. I don't like this. I don't see the point of this. I would take this specific thing out of the game. But we get our inventory expansion, which we desperately need. We get 2 extra slots. I accidentally go and read Wayne Lee's note when I should be running, and then I wait here. And that was my mistake. You'll notice we come off of that dude facing the door instead of facing the way we were coming, and then it forces us to walk into Dr. Lee, which is the one thing I didn't want to happen. You're noticing a pattern here, but we come back and we snag the gunpowder, and I'm on danger in case you haven't noticed, and we've lost our emergency knife. Oh, strap yourselves in, lads. There's about 27 more minutes of this, and we aren't going to be moving any faster. Every time we heal, we get hurt again. Trust me. But the main thing is we did it. And again, I imagine, I can't be like certain here, but I imagine if I hadn't been recording, it would have gone better. But I'm now having to use my acid rounds because I need to save my flame rounds. And I can craft acid rounds in theory. I'm also going to have a loose gunpowder at the end of the game because I've made a mistake somewhere. And I still don't know where that is. Maybe we'll see it on this together watching this session. But we are now on bad danger, and we're gonna. This is as fast as we can move now for the rest of the game. And I'm desperately trying to think of where there might be healing. There's none there, Alex. There's none. It's bad news bears. Yep, there's nothing here. But we get the white gunpowder and we combine it to get 6 more acid rounds. Which gets us up to 22. Which isn't enough to take out Big Willie. We are going to come up shy on acid rounds on Big Willie, and then it's all about improvising. We're on the bad danger. I'm debating a do-over, but we still haven't saved since before we did all that bullshit in the sewers. So this is quite a big time investment. This is quite... If you've ever watched my channel before, you'll notice I don't usually game for this long. I get up and walk off and do other stuff. At this point, though, I've realised, hang on, we've got to get to the chip in the greenhouse. Yeah? Because we have to do this. I'm trying to slow down so I don't trigger the lickers. We've got to get to the chip in the greenhouse. And when we're in the greenhouse, there's at least 1 green and 1 red. So, that's my opportunity to heal. I'm right, by the way, and I also know for definite there's a first aid spray on the way to the final confrontation, and I will be using it. But this is a wonderful bit of trolling by that licker. It's, when I turn the power on, that guy decides to just ruin my day, and there's nothing I can do about it. So we set this to Murph, but sadly it's not a... it doesn't enable us to be Robocop. And then I have trouble coming out of this menu. I'm hitting circle. It's not my controller because I've done a test. I thought it was my controller earlier. I even said it was my controller earlier. So now this licker, he either goes left or he goes right. And again, these creatures are completely blind and they operate on hearing. So there's no way he can know where I am, right? But bye-bye S-rank. Thank you, licker. Look at that. What am I supposed to do? He doesn't want to play ball. And then finally I just get brave. That dude was not going to get out of the way, so we just had to walk as close as we possibly could. And now we head to the lab, and as long as we don't anger the lady in there, we're good. You'll notice I've swapped over to acid again. I'm debating the validity of acid rounds in Resident Evil 2 Remake.
Damn. Should have packed my parka.
Yeah, I mean, you totally knew you'd be in a low temperature testing lab formulating an herbicide. Come on, Claire. But there we go. You can't skip this. You literally can't skip that. It's a mandatory cutscene. And then I'm like, is there a heal in here? No. Do you know what there is? There's a gunpowder. We don't want that little pissy gunpowder. I was really hoping there'd be a heal in here. Just like a frozen herb. No. No kale shake for Claire. We have to do this the hard way. So, again, this is the reason this is post-commentary. You don't want live commentary. At this point, I am singing... I think I'm singing the Genova theme. At the top of my... Which, I mean, if you want to hear me sing the Genova theme, go and watch me play Final Fantasy VII, because I always sing it. But now it's kind of a dice roll. Where is this guy going to be? Where is he? He's there. He's going to turn around and he's going to walk towards us, but can we limp past him quick enough? Last time I was down here, by the way, he was on that corner there, and I was like, what? Why would you do that? And I walked into him, and that wasn't even the fail, and I was doing better. I'm grabbing the knife here, and I'm debating with the knife, but I am grabbing the knife so we can swap over to the flame rounds. And then there's the gunpowder there to make more acid. And then I'm like, hang on, didn't I just leave a gunpowder in the low temperature testing labs? And I'm a bit bemused. But no, don't forget we left another gunpowder somewhere else that's going to get us slightly more rounds. Remember? I don't remember. I'm literally following my notes, so if I'm not told to pick something up in my notes, I don't pick it up. Big gunpowder. Didn't want the map. That's how you lose an S rank. Now I can't find the white gunpowder. There it is. Why doesn't it auto combine? If you make 5 rounds and you've got 2 rounds spare, why doesn't Claire auto stack them? I don't know. Because this is a bad game. It's a bad Resident Evil. We're still on bad danger. Get used to that. It's okay. Up we climb. Tippy tappy, tippy tappy. Right. Oh, that's bad. I hope you saw that, because, you know, if you're wondering, I was thinking about picking up herbs. And don't do that, kids. Don't think about possibly picking up herbs. Yeah? Just do what you're doing, and if there is an herb on the way, then you can pick it up. You have my permission then.
Dispensing solution.
Couldn't skip that fast enough.
So much for the weed infestation.
I don't know why Claire feels like she has to be sassy now.
A dangerous solution without authorization. Your actions have been logged, and you may be subject to disciplinary measures.
That woman's either doing a perfect impression of Rebecca's actress doing the robot voice in the original, or I'm trying to count how many there are, and I'm looking for a green. Because remember, we don't have to worry about Mr. X, we just have to worry about a billion. So we've got a blue and a red here, but we don't have the green. So we have a defensive boost to eat, but no green to make it heal, and we're on bad danger. You can see me panic then and equip the grenade. And this dude's up. And there we go. We've barbecue skewered him. And I'm thinking how many are between me and where I want to go, and where are the herbs? There are no herbs, kids. You've just seen. Look, that was me debating, double doing it, and did you see what just happened then? I'm so busy looking behind me, I walk right into an ivy, but the dude lets me pass. That guy wasn't going to let me pass. And the lingering fire doesn't damage that one, rendering us absolutely boned. But we run. Because I'm 999% certain they can't come in here. So we come in here, and do you know what I'm doing? I'm coming over for this gunpowder. And do you know what? We don't have a gunpowder to mix with it, so it was a waste. There's 5 seconds that we'll never get back. I've got a blue and a red, I've got a knife, I've got, I think, 1 flame round, which we need to save, by the way, because we've got that bit with Sherry when she's going through the door later. We're in bad shape. This is bad. This has all gone wrong. David does not want to be here. I'm having just the worst Saturday. And now I'm lost. And I'm because I'm literally at this point, I'm like, is there a herb between me? Because I can think of first aid spray. I can think of a first aid spray on the Enderon. You see me swapping out, so we got 27 acid rounds and 2 flame rounds. I'm trying to think if there's an herb between me and the end of the game, and there is. There's also a first aid spray in the Birking boss fight, and there's another first aid spray after the Birking boss fight. So we've got our 3 grenades, which we need But we don't want them on the Birkin fight, we want them on the bit after. We didn't touch the item box, so we don't void that achievement. I was worried about doing that. Because, again, I'm about to save. And I'm then going to die quite a lot to Birkin, and I'm going to reset 3 times because I get lost on the way out. We can throw away that now. And then I'm like, isn't there a herb in here? There is, but it's not the herb I want. You can see it, it's just there, it's a blue herb. I'm like, oh fuck. So I've got a blue and red mix, and I've got a single blue. Neither of these things are things that I want, and I was just in the greenhouse. Heartbreaking, isn't it? But we're coming up to the end of this session, believe it or not, that started all the way back in the sewers and has just got progressively worse as it's gone on. And I forget how to activate this sequence rather weirdly. I know you have to look at it and then it's like interact, and I'm like, what? And then the cutscene plays, which I didn't really understand. Then I take the diary, which is one of the worst written files in Resident Evil history, I think. There's a gunpowder large there, right? I need to do my mixing and stuff. I'm looking. There's the gunpowder white. There's the gunpowder large. I'm confused because I have a loose gunpowder here. But that leaves us with 31 acid rounds and 2 flame rounds to take on Billy. That's a mistake, by the way. So when we start again, you're going to see me swap it out to the acid rounds. I don't know why I swapped it to the flame, but there's no heal. There is no heal here at all. I've got a loose blue and a loose red, and we make our save. And this is not the 19th. I think this is the 20th. Yeah, this is the 20th. So we mix that blue with that red in the hopes that we'll find a green, but technically that's a defensive boost. And then I swap out, and we're going to kill him with 32 acid rounds and a couple of flame rounds, and I think I throw a grenade at him. I think that's how this goes down. You know, this is attempt 3 or 4, I think. But we're just going to stun lock him with acid rounds. We're on danger. I'm looking for the first aid spray. I know he's in this building. We're on danger. If he touches us, we're dead. I'm also looking for a loose grenade that's in this building. And I'm looking for some bullets because we need to kill 1 zombie. There's 1 zombie between us and the end of the game, and I've got nothing. So I'm leaving the acid to do the full amount of damage. Is that the grenade? It's not. It's a spark shot cartridge. Where's the grenade? I'm panicking. There's the no, that's the flashbang. We can take the flashbang. It'll save us if we get grabbed. There's the first aid spray I'm looking for. The acid stun has just worn off, so we take the... There we go. We eat the defensive mix because we're never going to find that green. I do actually want those bullets, but I don't realise that just yet because I'm panicking. All we're going to do is every time William recovers, we're going to hit him in the face with an acid round. That's it. There's no weak point shooting, there's no bullshit here. We brought 32 acid rounds into this fight. When we run out of acid rounds, I'm going to hit him with a flame round. And I think I'm going to throw a grenade at him. Right, phase 2. Same as phase 1, pretty much. Except he can now do a big jump. There's the big jump. Stab him in the head, but we missed with an acid round. That's going to be important, because we've now got 18 left. Because he jumped over our acid round. And that was the first time he did that. And I'm not happy. I'm also really disappointed with how this Birkin form looks. Like, now that I've fought him quite a few times and died to him quite a few times, it's just kind of, the eyes don't look like they're part of the model. 13 rounds left. This is going to come right down to the wire. I'm trying to work out, by the way, have I got the grenade? He's got the knife in his face. Have I got the grenade? Have I got everything I need? I need the flame rounds for the ivies. So if we go into flame round territory, I'm screwed. And I'm doing a manual count. You can see, right, I've got the grenade. I've got 3 grenades. I equip the grenade. Then I unequip it. Final phase. We've got 8 rounds left. I'm looking. There's some pistol bullets. We can grab them because we do need to shoot 1 zombie. Never forget that. And there's the high-powered rounds. It doesn't matter which we have, but we do need to shoot 1 zombie. So we've got 7 rounds left. I don't know if he takes damage during that. And then he just does this, and why are you punching that wall? I mean, it's impressive, but I'm nowhere near there. This is the hardest difficulty in the game. What are you doing, Birkin? You're letting the side down, dude. He's going to hit me now, I think. Yeah. No, I got away. Okay, that was a different attempt. Right, so we're good. But I've only got 3 rounds left. And I'm like, oh shit. I'm debating throwing a grenade at him. I throw the grenade at him. I don't think it does anything. It takes me too long to reload, and we just get him point blank with an acid round. And the last acid round kills him. But I threw that grenade and I didn't want to. Luckily, there was a grenade behind me and to my right.
Target has been neutralized.
And again, I need the pistol rounds to kill 1 zombie. I need the flame rounds to kill Ivy. And I need, yeah. Do you see me getting stuck there? Yeah. Did you see that go wrong? So I grab all these pistol rounds because I'm like, I guess. That was a mistake.
Service lift is now operational.
We don't need that many pistol rounds. We do need the flashbang though, which is what I was looking for. But see that dilly-dallying there, that messing around, that's the difference between an A and an S. Or ass, as I like to call it. And again, at this point, I've just done this, got to this part, and gone the wrong way. And so I'm like, I've just done that Birkin fight 2 times in a row, and last time I did it, it went much better, because I didn't get hit at all. And then I went the wrong way, and then I get to here and I'm like, which fucking way am I going? I know we leave through the shaft in the middle, but which way am I going? And then I'm like, it's got to be this way. And if it's not, we're in trouble. And I'm literally like 50-50, do I reset? It's okay, kids, there's only about 9 minutes left in the video. I know this one was super long, but I wanted this to be basically a whole save.
Sherry, you want faster?
Yeah.
I don't want to rush you, but we have to go.
Now the problem with doing this over and over again is you have to deal with this whole sitting in the lift having a conversation with Claire where she's like, I'm glad I got to meet you, Claire. And I'm like, you barely know each other. You've not interacted at all.
Get the hell out of here.
Look, Sherry was unconscious for half of it. And it really disappointed me that Sherry is wearing Claire's actual photorealistic jacket and not Claire's terrible PS1 polygon jacket, which would have been awesome. But, you know, it is what it is. And then we look at that, I don't know, geothermal reactor? Nobody knows what that shit is. Not even Capcom know. They just stuff that looks cool.
Yeah? Thank you for being so nice to me. For helping me. I'm really glad I met you.
Yeah, that's...
Glad I met you too, Sherry.
Yeah, real organic dialogue there, thanks.
I'll get you out
Yeah.
of this place.
Terrible writing. Probably one of the worst written Resident Evils as well. Why is anyone doing anything? Because they did it in the original game? That's not motivation. There's the first aid spray. And then I'm trying to work out what else is in here. I think it's a knife. Is it a knife? Yeah, it's a knife. Just in case I get grabbed by the ivy. So I want that knife and that flashbang because I need those grenades, so Big Willie. Don't accidentally touch the item box at this point because you'll void the whole run again. Oh, I've been having a time with this game, I tell you. I really have.
10 minutes until detonation.
So we've got 10 minutes on the clock. And by the way, I come up a minute and 30 short on the S rank. I couldn't do this any quicker than I do this in this run. Trust me, because I've done it 3 more times from that save, and it's not a thing. It's not a thing, dude. And considering how I just fucked up then, but we make a full herb there. You don't need to wait for Sherry. Sherry teleports to the door when you get there. But this is why you wanted to save your flame rounds, because you have to fight these specific ivies.
Of course. Stupid thing's locked.
You're locked.
Hold on. Sherry, where do you... I think I can open it from the other side.
Oh, so you see me looking at that ivy there, but I've shot him when he's hanging up and it didn't do anything. And then I'm trying to work out where the other one spawns. Just die, dude. No one cares. He's not dead.
Detonation.
I prefer the original ivies. I hate these plant zombie things. I prefer the monster ivies. It was way more like Umbrella were making super fucked up zombie creatures. Anyway, bitch finally opens the door and we've got one more zombie to shoot.
Nice work, Sherry.
Making sure I've got a knife just in case I get grabbed. Because I've been grabbed. And would you believe it? Anyway, Sherry blocks the door. You need to shoot this guy. A single bullet kills him. He's got no health. Now we equip our grenades. And we run. We've got 18 minutes 16 on the timer. I already know this is a bum run, but I've been playing the game all fucking day. I'm tired, and I want to go home. And then, would you believe it? Oh.
Worth a try.
So, watch this. Watch me. We were 8 minutes on the clock.
Detonation.
Did you see me? I just got stuck. Claire clipped on the end of that train as I was trying to loop around it, and that just cost me 2 seconds. So pick up this the I don't know what that is. Giant milkshake machine. But at this point I'm furious because why the hell did I clip on the train? It's so tight. We're cutting it so fucking tight. And we stick that in there. I mean, technically we can throw everything else in our inventory away. We don't have to, but we can. We grab the minigun that just... Why is it here? I don't know, because it was in the original. Alright, okay. And then it's time for Big Willie. And he's going to beat us up. And then he's going to troll us and take too long to die. So we throw grenades at him. I don't think that one hit him, to be honest. That one did. That fucking hurt him. And I'm just throwing grenades at this bitch, and then when his eyes grow back, I'm shooting him again. And I actually quite like this sort of berserker form, but again, I miss the black, weird form. The dog one. I like the berserker forms. I'm seeing if I've got any grenades left. I do not. I have some gunpowder. Unfortunately, I can't throw gunpowder at him. So we just have to bleed him out at this point. And he's trolling me, so I send one high-powered round his way, and he responds by battering the fuck out of me. What's that? Oof. He should be down, and he's not. And I'm considering a do-over because the rank's gone. When I hear that, I'm like, alright, rip run anyway. The amount of times it's been rip run. And then he bounces off the wall. And look, we just lose 3 seconds just like that. Because he bounced off the wall. I've got 36 minigun bullets left. He's not dying. And then he dies. But here's the funny thing about this. When that happens, you have to pop his eyes quickly in order to bleed out his health bar. And he's not going down. And all I've got left is pistol. And this little bitch is trolling me. I mean, it wouldn't have mattered. It's 1:30. But there we go. With time to spare, we defeat G. And then I hit skip again. The credits roll. And it gives you that terrible to be continued. Because they've forgotten how to do an A and a B. And 2 hours, 31 minutes 30. I'm gutted. I'm suicidal. But there was Claire, no item box, hardcore. And I'll do it again, off camera, and obviously I'll be able to beat it. You know I'll be able to beat it.